Hello everybody, this is Craig with Foundry University, and today we're going to be talking about soft shear technique. And before we even get into the mannequin, what I want to talk about is what are soft shears? Oftentimes I get asked, like, what is soft shears? What's the purpose of a soft shear? So soft shear is basically two scissors that come together. They have to open and close exactly the same to where they don't spread out and are not aligned. The other thing is the distance between them two needs to be equal versus them being offset. So what's happening is my first scissor is going to be a blending scissor, right? So this scissor is going to be several teeth, and it's going to soften the line before it gets to my straight blade. They then go together and connect, and when they connect, you're holding just like you would scissor over comb, pulling back to my second knuckle so I have control, and that way I can really work the hair. A variety of things we're going to cover just for technical purposes that are really cool is I can create layers with them, I can do bobs with them. It's really neat because you can create a look of a bob or a graduated bob or a pixie or scissor over comb on the side of a man's haircut that gives you that soft look. It's very appealing. It's like taking clay and just molding it into the shapes that you want. You're also moving through, due to the width, a larger section, so I'm not going section by section by section to see where I'm at. I'm getting to see the whole panel in a very rhythmic filling with a cadence, and you're just sculpting and molding, and it's just a great way to cut hair. It's one of my favorite. So great technique. These scissors are by ShearCraft, which were crafted. They're amazing, great steel, the whole deal. There's more details in the description if you want to know more about these shears. Also with Foundry University, stay in touch, book a class, whatever. That way you know how to use them and we'll teach you firsthand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some randomized techniques just to show you what this does. I'm not going after a complete final look or product, but I do want to show you some final shapes. But really, in the midst of that, just some fun things you can do with this tool. In this technique, what I'm going to do for this particular section is I'm going to pull this straight up, and I want you to see my perimeter line, and I'm going to hold this hair up. I'm going to take my soft shear. Again, the thinner is always in the front, because if the straight blade's in the front, it'll never make it to the thinner. Elevate this, and I'm going to just take a nice design line, and what I want you to see when I take this slow-mo, the soft edge that gives you. Can y'all see that on camera? See how that softens that line? So it takes some of the hair out. It's very forgiving versus me just pulling up with a straight line, cutting a hard line. It's gonna give me that soft edge, hence soft shears. So I'm gonna take all this up, just pulling in a triangular layer up above the head, elevating, cutting, sending the hair back to the very center, pulling this up in a triangular layer, following my design line. So you can see it's very forgiving. You're following all your cutting rules, shoulders, feet, body position. You're just locking and loading a different technique of soft shears, and you can see how easy that is. You can also see the softness in the line that it gives you. I'm gonna feed the front section in. I will then elevate following my same design line, continuing off in space. And as I elevate this, so you can see it really clean, come in close. And when I come in here, you open your scissors, you can see your final design line and the area that's gonna be softened by the scissor and release. And you see that really nice flat line that's very diffused right beneath it. Your cutting blade is on top, they connect, and you create a very soft design line, hence soft shears. So using soft shear for the design of like a long one length, I'm gonna do this in a larger section because with the mannequin, her hair's a bit skinnier. I'm gonna work from her left front. So I'm combing everything down into her natural fall. And this could be done in 1 or 2 or 3 sections. I'm just gonna illustrate it in one. Since I am on a mannequin, we've already layered it by using triangular converged layers using soft shears. So I'm gonna just pick my perimeter line, and I want you to see the line that we cut and the length that it takes it to, but the softness this offers. So that just gives you a very soft perimeter edge by using soft shears. All right, so let's recap. Remember, with soft shears, we're using two scissors. First one is your thinning blending scissor, and the second one is your straight blade. These were designed and created by ShearCraft. Love the tools. What we did was we took everything up in a triangular layer, held it up above the head, which is a technique that you can follow in Foundry University, but we cut them using soft shears. So your first line blends it, and this last blade cuts it to length. And what it's gonna do is offer a nice soft movement without having to go back in and do a lot of point cutting and perimeter detail. And it's just a great way to execute a layer and soften your line for multiple haircuts and usages. Great tools. Get you some. We got more coming at you from Foundry University, so like and subscribe.